Students in the Daytona State College Broadcast Television Production Associate of Science degree work as production crew members in the following program.
It is electric inside the Lemoran Simmer. As you hear our public address announcer announcing Daytona State College, the Falcons set to take the court once more, hosting the Florida State College of Jacksonville. It is going to be an awesome night of basketball as we welcome you courtside. I'm Drew Felios alongside the professor Ted Sofianos. And Ted, what an incredible year it has been for Daytona State basketball, and the men are going to showcase once again their skills here tonight.
You know, I got to watch them already a number of times. This will be the last time, at least before they go to the NJCAA tournament, which is coming up very soon. I tell you, these guys got skills, they got jumps. They're extremely fast, extremely talented. They're great on both ends of the floor. We got quite a something to watch really for what's going to happen in the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be awesome. Daytona State can play any type of style. Coach Cantens has done an incredible job with this program in just 2 years, and they're among the best teams in the country right now at their level. Okay, let's look at the Blue Wave starting lineup. Guignard, Page, and Page. Joshua is one Page, Caleb is the next. We've got Reed and we've got Gardner for the Blue Wave, and their head coach is Frank Burnell. Coach Burnell in his 4th season. And he's a 2005 Basketball Hall of Fame member for the state of Florida. Coach Burnell doing great work for FSCJ. They come in with only 8 wins on the season. This would be huge if they could get a big W on the road at Daytona State. And for the Falcons, you've got the leading scorer, Jacob Cruz, averaging 19 points per game. Keza Giffa. You've got Rodriguez, Nick McLean, and Kai Statman out of Australia. He goes 6'4". And we talked about the incredible work of Coach Cantens. He hit the ground running when he took over this program over a year ago, and now Daytona State poised for huge things in the postseason.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got such a storied past. And honestly, recruitment is made earlier because of his name and his background, right? He's truly, truly flourished as a coach, and he has the past to prove it.
Let's play some basketball. Ladies victorious tonight, first half of our action. Let's see if the men can follow suit. And our first steal by Giffa gives it right back. Got Joshua Page handling it. And just running over a defender, Roderick Gardner gets to the hard way.
Wow.
First shot for Daytona State. Coming off this time, rebounded by Caleb Page. Falcons mentioned the 19 points Jacob Cruz averages. We've got Josue Grullon averaging 15. Nick McLean goes for 10 a game. Statman averages 11. Braylon Garcia with 11 points to his credit per night as well. Guignard asking for some help. Going to try and punch it down low. Bad pass. Yeah. And here's Nick McLean. Jacob Cruz fires away. It's good.
By the way, to see that you're going to see that all night, gang, out there in TV land. They take some of the most in the country out of the 450 basketball programs that there are, and they make most of them as well.
power it back up and in. That's Nick McClain, the sophomore out of Jennings, Florida. So 5-2 start for the Falcons of Daytona State.
There's another steal.
Lemerant Center a little bit quiet right now, just kind of sleeping,
wow,
waiting to erupt as this one is put in. And Giffa makes it a 7-2 contest.
Hey, guess who one of my students is this semester? You're looking at him. Number 1, Keza Giffa. So I've been working with him. Great kid. That's, you know, amazing that I get to broadcast some of these games with you, Drew, and then I see some of these student athletes in my classes as well. That's always something cool. I remember last year I had a couple of the Lady Falcon golfers.
Take a look at some of the stats these two teams coming into tonight. Look at the record for Daytona State. Numbers all the way to the right, 25-3. The assists also. Again, you get that assist number past 15, you're looking pretty good. And the rebounding edge for the Falcons coming in as well. They are getting after it on the glass, Ted.
There's just no weakness. And, you know, you're playing a team that right now, you know, in the conference is 4-9 overall, 8-18. I mean, that's going to be tough for the Blue Wave to match up with.
Ball is knocked away. Here comes Statman. Statman splitting the defense and going coast to coast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of flushes tonight besides the three-pointers.
Really like this lineup for Daytona State. Don't really have a true post player in the game. They're doing it right now with guards, and they're getting after it, getting in the passing lanes. Here's a three from the corner. It goes down.
Nicely done.
And that's Joshua Page. So Joshua Page and Caleb Page, brothers, both freshmen.
Oh, just razzle-dazzle.
Guignard will hold it up. Good crowd on hand here at the Lemerant Center tonight. This ball comes off the back end. It is sophomore night. Have a ceremony immediately following this game, and Jacob Cruz will be one of those sophomores honored. He is teeing it up right now.
Cruz has such a beautiful stroke with that three-pointer.
12-5 in the blink of an eye. Daytona State can light up the scoreboard quickly.
So, you know, I mentioned, right, Drew, 450 two-year programs have basketball programs, you know, both men's and women's across the land. There's about 1,100 community colleges or state schools. 450 have basketball. Daytona State, 6th in the country. For points per game, 8th in the country. 3 points made per game, 3rd in the country. Okay, when you start looking at this, I mean, that's pretty hard to surpass, and you just know they're going to be doing very well when it comes tourney time.
9-point lead for the Falcons, just underway here at the Lemerant Center. Here's a shot just inside the three-point line. It goes down for Reed. So Josiah Lead out of Auburn, Florida.
Oh, this is way out.
Is that a Steph Curry shot right there?
That was, I think so. That looked right by the volleyball line that we play here sometimes here in the gym when it's volleyball season. Oh, Drew, that was like one of the best times I ever had when I did volleyball with you here in the gym. It was incredible. One of the best games I've ever been to. Okay, that was close to Steph Curry. I mean, that's why they're 3rd in the country.
Kai Statman, 3 more for the Falcons. And the lead is 10. I have a feeling we could very well be going over 100 tonight. Power it right back up and in by Gardner. You really see, watching Daytona State, how the game has changed. So many more outside shots put up.
Oh, the ball movement. Silky smooth, folks.
There's your guy, Keza Giffa.
Yeah. Folks, if you were here right now, and I know the camera team is doing an incredible job, you'd still think you were with 3- and 4-year programs as far as what these students here at Daytona State have accomplished. And obviously, Coach Cantens.
Guignard. Nicely done off the glass.
Nice, nice. I've seen him play before, number 0.
So right now, the difference in this game, Ted, you've got FSCJ getting 2s, and Daytona State's getting 3s every time down the court.
Exactly.
Nice rebound. Pulled down by the Blue Wave. Punch it down low. Little off balance, and we got a foul.
Good sportsmanship right there.
So it's going to be Reed, the freshman, going to the line. It brings us to our first break. A line change of Falcons coming into the game here momentarily. Take one more look at the move.
Yep, definite foul by the young man from Cairns, Australia, Western Australia, Drew. Not anywhere near Sydney or Melbourne or Adelaide. That is on the other side.
Well, Coach Cantens, we always talk about where he came from on the road here to Daytona State. Spent significant time at Florida Gulf Coast, Dunk City.
Yeah.
And helping put that program together, the great run that they have had in college basketball. Halifax Health, speaking of runs, a proud supporter of the Falcon Athletic Program, the official healthcare provider for Falcon Athletics. Halifax Health and Daytona State College, a tremendous partnership that carries on.
I like that segue, Drew. That was well done. That was a nice setup and entree.
So we've got Reed at the line for the Blue Wave. Averages 6 a game for FSCJ. And needs some big-time performances tonight. They come in with 3 guys in double figures per night, and Guignard at 20 a game, Josh Page at 13, and Caleb Page at 10. But I think that guy right there, Reed, who averages 6, is going to have to go off for about 17 or 18 for this team to keep it close. And you got to hope that Daytona State just hits a few cold snaps during this game, because if they keep shooting like they have thus far, it's not going to be close. What a move that time by Garcia.
Yeah, got a big body, moved him right out of the way. Nicely done, kept his elbows in.
Tell you what, Ted, you see the athleticism of these players is really incredible. I think in basketball, the best all-around athletes take part as far as what they put their bodies through, the physical toll and the conditioning you got to be in to compete at this level. Gardner puts it in.
Right now we're looking at, as Keza Griffith comes out, 0, Kylan Green, another freshman. So we almost got all freshmen on the floor right now. Cruz, Jacob, number 2, he is a sophomore. With Angel Smith, number 3, but the rest of the 3 are freshmen.
Kylan Green hails out of Louisville, Texas. Angel Smith fires away. I'm telling you, everybody can put the ball in the hole.
Yeah. If you got that much talent shooting 3, I mean, it could rain all day.
Got to cover every single part of the court here if you are the Blue Wave. Here's Guignard now looking for an opening.
To the Blue Waves' credit, though, they are hanging in there.
Caleb Page dialing one up. That was a teardropper.
From way downtown. Wow, nice work between Garcia and number 3, Smith. Nice give and go there.
So here's Guignard trying to work on Green, and he's able to draw contact.
The bounce on the Falcons, Kylan Green, his first, team third.
Got to mention our officials in this game: Matthew McGuire, John Washburn, and Whitfield Bino on the call here tonight.
Into the Falcons,
These are her referees. Referees doing a stellar job here in this game.
Oh, they did with the ladies' game as well. You can always tell when they're doing a good job because there's no argumentation from the players. And from the coaches as well. They'll get in your ear real quick.
So the lead is 6 points. Pinpoint Daytona State shooting, leading the way thus far. Statman stops on a dime. And now whip it inside Garcia, that mid-range jumper.
Wow. So smooth. Yeah, every time that the Blue Wave try to get something started here, that's going to get shut down real quick.
Marlon Thompson gets set to check in for the Blue Wave. And now Caleb Page operating against this Daytona State man-to-man. Another three on the way. It comes in and out. Angel Smith, the rebound.
Yeah, that was halfway down, that one.
Now Kylan Green. Another three, top of the key.
Whoa.
Little
That was
strong
way
that
out.
time.
Another in and out there for the Blue Wave. Both teams just getting a little bit cold here.
Now Angel Smith doing a lot of dribbling. Can't get it to go, and you saw right there his teammate Gruyan was calling for the basketball.
Yeah.
Ted, you always want to make sure you hit that open guy. Here's another long jumper by
Whoa.
Page. It comes out. It'll stay with FSCJ.
Yeah, with a little bit of a TV timeout here.
So Nick McLean will check into the game for Daytona State whenever we resume action. 9:51 left to play in the first half. Daytona State 29, Florida State College of Jacksonville 21. Our upcoming broadcasts here on WDSC TV. We've got two baseball games. April 5th, taking on Santa Fe College. Cannot wait for that. And then on the 17th, follow it back up. College of Central Florida comes here to Daytona. So two baseball games rounding out our coverage on the 2023 second semester calendar in the school year 2022-2023.
From what I understand, I'm doing at least one of them with you.
Okay.
Drew. At least one from what I remember. Might be both. So, do you think that Coach Cantens will go back to his original lineup, or do you think he'll stay with more freshmen this time around?
I think right now the rotation is working exactly the way he wants it to work.
And I apologize, Coach Cantens. My
Yes.
bad. Not Cantens, Cantens. I mean, I should know this. He works for the department that I work in.
Yeah, you don't want to run into him tomorrow having a cup of coffee, getting that wrong. Guignard looks up at the shot clock. He's going to have to fire it away. Barely getting it off. It's across the side of the backboard. That'll be a shot clock violation.
Daytona State basketball.
Boy, this is one of the best crowds that we have had
Yeah.
For a Daytona State game, you look behind us, and it is pretty packed up on the home
Yeah.
side.
That is the home side for sure. And got a lot of folks here because, you know, this team right now is destined for some greatness. And there's a sign of it as I speak.
Josue Grullon, the freshman out of Dominican Republic. He averages 15 a contest.
$11-point lead right now by the Falcons. Shutting down the defense right now. Wow.
Here's Garcia. Long shot from the corner, it's McLean.
Wow.
And Ted, you just get the feeling Daytona State, they don't really feel threatened right now. It just seems like they're getting to their spots and getting whatever shot they want.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has been because they are opening up the floor with those threes. When you can do that, you're spreading the floor, you know, and you're making them work. You know, I'll be honest with you, any type of sport you play, it's so much more exertion, right, for the human body to be playing defense than it is for offense, right? Because in defense, you're trying to react all the time, and that takes a lot more energy, right? And so you can't be at every place at every time when you see how many of them from Daytona State are, you know, in the three categories. Almost every one of them are amazing at taking the three ball. Oh. Yeah, just a warning. He's lucky. Jumped on that line is what he did.
So now Joshua Page punches it down low. This is going to be Thompson on the blocks, kicking it back out. Gwinyard.
Wow.
How about that rebound by Trey Johnson?
Just amazing. I mean, really. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like, you know, your regular two-year programs playing each other.
Caleb Page had it knocked away. So nothing easy.
Right.
Daytona State getting hands where they need to be.
Statman coming out of nowhere back into that play saying, not against me, mate. You know what I mean?
Terrence Gwinyard resetting things here. 35-21, just under 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's Josh Page. His runner is good.
That was nice. That was beautifully smooth, right? Nice athleticism there. Keep that ball in bounds. Wow.
Caleb Page, great job to save it. Try and dish it off. And we're going to have a foul on Trey Johnson as Marlon Thompson tried to attack the goal.
Good play there for 22, Marlon Thompson to not let that play go. Stayed in it the whole way, and that's why he's taking a free throw right now.
So Marlon Thompson, at just 6'2", has the unenviable task of playing that post spot at the collegiate level. 6'2" is not definitely the ideal size to play that 4 or 5, but he manages because he is such a hustle guy.
You know, they say 6'2", but in 1 year they could be 6'4" easy at this age, right? 19, 20 years old, they're still growing. Nice no-look pass there from McLean. Seven seconds. 5.
Tried to screen roll. And you saw Nick McLean, who was asking for the kick ball.
Yeah.
Didn't get the call, though.
Well, if the blue waiver didn't move his leg and he was just running, then it wasn't, they're not going to call that.
Turnaround.
Oh,
See Nick McLean get up there. He's got some hops. 3 on the way.
one of the rare misfires there for Kezigifa. Looked real good so far this evening. Looked like he didn't catch that one right, to be quite honest. Just came off the side of the hand a little bit.
Joshua Page creates a little space and buries it.
How's about that for a step back for Page, freshman out of Eufaula. Or Eufaula? Help me with that, Drew.
You're on your own with that one, buddy. There's Nick McLean again. Page, his 3 goes down.
Yeah, exchanging threes right now. 10-point lead for Daytona State. Foul. Going to put it in the hands of number 33 at the stripe, Trey Johnson. 6'8" sophomore. Not too far away from you, Drew. Clearwater. I tell you, I've stayed in both. St. Pete and Clearwater, love them both. 2 totally different though, right? Very different type of towns.
Roderick Gardner checks in. Leandre Johnson in as well. Jacob Cruz back in the game for Daytona State. And here's Trey Johnson. Clearwater Central Catholic, they're called the Marauders in Pinellas County. Private school, always good athletically.
Daytona State keeping that double-digit lead right now. Kind of a soft full-court press, and now they're tightening it up.
And it's on the deck. And that is going to be a 10-second violation.
And also just great defense right there. You see how quickly they tightened up those screws? As they were first, it looked like a very soft, one. Oh, so quick.
Starting to get a little physical now. See the Blue Wave just shutting down those lanes. They're not going to let Falcons roam as freely as they did early in the first half.
Wow, great rebound. Start the clock up again. Wow, did not get the foul there.
Right back up and in, though, by Trey Johnson.
Yeah. Had a number of opportunities there, 3 of them actually, to get 2.
So far, so good for Daytona State, 41-28. Off the front end now, and the Falcons running with Nick McLean. McLean.
Oh, we got away with one there. Got away with a big carry right there. Could have carried a bag of groceries with that.
Timeout on the court. So Coach Cantens coming up at halftime will have a chance to get up close and personal with the head coach. Second year on the job. Remember when he was named head coach just before the season last year. He had to put together a roster and do it very, very quickly. Said it's unlike anything he ever had to do, but that experience certainly made him better. And a native out of Miami.
Yeah, Joey, they say. I don't call Joey when I see him in the hallway. I say, hi, Coach. How you doing, Coach? I don't know if he would like Joey. Very personable guy, though.
When we talk about Florida Gulf Coast, though, Ted, Florida Gulf Coast, the voice of Florida Gulf Coast basketball is our own Tom James.
Oh, that's right. Tom James. Got to be with him last time I did a game. Oh, it was wonderful. Honestly, we had a lot of fun. Just like you and I. He does a great job.
Nicely done by
Wow.
Page.
Good job out of that timeout.
So I'll tell you what, FSCJ, they're just kind of hanging around. They have not led throughout any of this contest. An offensive foul called, but they're just trying to just hang in it, have a chance late.
And now, when you think it's a little bit easy, as you're winning, sometimes what you have is these individual efforts that are doing too much. Kind of forgetting about the team ball, the stuff that, the fundamentals that coach was teaching you, that type of thing. And with that being said, out comes Keza Griffin.
So you saw Angel Smith back into the game for the Falcons. 11-point game. Double-digit lead for most of this first half for Daytona State. Guignard. Maybe a mismatch here. You see Garcia trying to guard Guignard. Joshua Page will fire. Not this time.
Easily could have been a foul right there. Referee let him play on.
Lob it up. That would have brought the house down.
Oh, it was a nice no look, but DSC better be a little bit careful. Down to single digits, 9-point lead for them with somebody on the stripe here. Guignard. It's obvious. I mean, FSCJ has to play one of their best games that they've played all season. And, to be honest, Daytona State's going to have to play one of their less than stellar games in order for this to come out FSCJ's way.
Quick first step by Cruz. Tried to sneak it in, but Guignard comes out of there with it. Here we are running. Maybe one extra pass.
Whoa.
Rodriguez able to recover it. And now Garcia. Garcia wants to take it. Really wants his shot. Scores,
Yeah,
sent him to the line.
He knew that the whole time. That's what he wanted to do. I mean, there was just no doubt. He saw the lane. Just when you see that FSCJ was kind of getting back into it, Daytona State drew the line. Here he is. I mean, there was nobody in the middle, right? So with nobody in the paint, nobody by the semicircle, I mean, he just had his way.
Yeah, I think that's one guy that can score at will tonight if he wants to.
Yeah.
Just no one to match up with him or with Trey Johnson underneath. Two minutes left to play in this first half. Entertaining one from Daytona.
And it's going by quick. Really, not a lot of foul calls, not a lot of stoppage in play. He's getting smothered, but nice outlet pass right there to Gardner, Roderick Gardner, 6'5", out of Jacksonville, local product for FSCJ.
Halifax Health is partnering with DSC to provide assistance for the education you need to start your healthcare career. Find out more at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. The best in healthcare come from Daytona State College. Such a great program here partnering with Halifax Health. 35-44. 9-point lead for the Falcons. And right now, Page and the Blue Wave continue to cut into it. It's a 7-point game. Slowly but surely, the Blue Wave catching, but nice look to a running Rodriguez. Once again at halftime, special profile on Coach Cantens. You don't want to miss that.
Oh, I thought he was going to, Guignard, I thought he was going to get the foul there. I thought he should have. Great play, great body control.
Oh,
my.
How about that tip by Angel Smith?
Oh, just great awareness.
Ten seconds now. Page takes it himself. Tip it up. 2 seconds. Here we go at the buzzer.
Oh! And I think they're going to count that. Yep.
So what a first half for Daytona State. A strong finish and incredible outside shooting to boot. 50-39, a high-scoring affair. Taking on the Blue Wave of Florida State College at Jacksonville. It's halftime here at the Lemoran Center. Stay tuned for a special feature on Coach Cantens and more on the college and all the great offerings here at Daytona State.
So my name is Joey Cantens. I'm the head men's basketball coach here at Daytona State. Previous 3 years before coming here, I was at Florida Gulf Coast. So I played basketball my whole life. My dad was actually a college coach, and I'll never forget, I have 2 older brothers, so I was 8 years old, and my dad wanted to coach us in our youth basketball league. So I always played up. So I was 8 years old playing 12 and under, and my dad would never put me in the game. And I'd get home and complain to my mom. My dad would be like, well, he's just not good enough to play. Well, of course not. I'm playing up 4 years. So for me, it was always a competitive nature I found with trying to improve. I was able to play in college. I played at Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Division II. When my career ended, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had a business degree, didn't know what that meant. I've spent all my summers, all my free time working out, traveling with AAU, playing basketball. I didn't know what was the next step for me. And from there, I was lucky enough to get on at Florida State as a graduate assistant. And I've been lucky. This business is, yes, you have to be good at what you do, but a lot of it is being lucky with the people you surround yourself with. I've been lucky enough to be surrounded with good people that have helped me continue to move in my career. So we just talked about this, but I've lived in the last 11 years, I lived in 3 countries, 8 different cities. And it's been a blessing for me because I've worked for 8 different head coaches where I've been able to establish my head coaching philosophy. I've taken things from everybody I work for, some things I love, some things I hate. And it's been able to allow me to put into effect at Daytona State my coaching philosophy because of some of the places I've been. Since day one I've been here, everybody's been amazing. It's all about the success of the student athletes. You come to a game, we actually played this week and we played Saturday, and the women's basketball team is here, the volleyball's here, baseball, softball here. All the student athletes support each other, and it makes it for a cool environment because they build their own tight community where they all support the different sports. They all support each other and they all cheer for each other. It makes it for a nice environment when you go to a junior college game. It's amazing working with 2-year athletes because it's a different process as being at a 4-year school. At a 4-year school, it's all about winning and results. At a 2-year school, we're able to help these kids develop academically, where academics here is super important, but also help them develop athletically, where we're helping them progress their game. They play right away as freshmen, sophomores to help them move on to the 4-year school.
We understand this year has been overwhelming for most of our community. The struggle to take care of yourself and your family. The uncertainty. At Halifax Health, our doors are always open, and we're here to make you feel safe again. We're here so you don't have to hide from your health. We're here to take care of you. Halifax Health. Live your life well.
Daytona State College is expanding nursing and healthcare programs with additional classes at the Flagler Palm Coast campus. With new state-of-the-art learning facilities, students will be able to finish all requirements for the nursing associate degree, which can be completed in 2 years, then transition easily into the online bachelor degree for increased earning potential. Call 386-506-3052 or visit us online at daytonastate.edu.
Thinking about college? Through Direct Connect, you can transfer from Daytona State College to UCF to complete your bachelor's degree and save big on tuition. In fact, an AA at DSC guarantees you admission to any Florida public university. Find out more at daytonastate.edu.
Your first step into a career in the music industry is right here at Daytona State College. The faculty in the music production program are all industry professionals with decades of professional experience. Their offices are lined with gold and platinum records, Grammy Awards and nominations, and all sorts of accolades for the work they've done.
The number one thing I love about, just coming here to Daytona State College is that the professors, they know what they're talking about. For prospective students, they can rest assured that, hey, these professors, they know what they're doing, they've done the work.
Amazing teachers and professors and people who have worked in the industry and know their stuff.
The experiences that they've had and the projects that they've worked on and all the amazing artists they've worked with, I had no idea that people with those kinds of careers were teaching other people how to do it.
The music production program includes courses in audio engineering, studio production, sound design, post-production, studio maintenance, sound reinforcement, songwriting, music business, and more.
The years that I was there just gave me the complete vocabulary of what I needed in order to succeed.
Jazz combo is just so fun. It's just so fun. I have no other words for it.
The studio maintenance class I absolutely loved, which I did not expect to. I thought I was going to come into the class and learn to solder and be done with it.
That's what it's about, though. That's what this program's great for. It gives different opportunities. If you're not necessarily as studio-minded, you want to be out in the field, you want to travel, you want to do the live show thing, there's still a lot to be taken from this program.
Our facilities include 2 recording studios, a mix room, a studio maintenance lab, classrooms, computer labs, and 2 live performance venues. The facilities and equipment in the music production program rival any facility in the country. Students learn and work with the same caliber of equipment used by professionals all around the world.
I never knew that this was here or that this sort of equipment was available to study on.
It's a little different than other programs because it's more versatile in the sense of having large-scale venues to do live sound and record at the same time.
Students enter the program as part of a cohort. The program is designed so that those students will stay together as they progress from semester to semester. Networking is a huge part of the music and entertainment industry, and quite often those connections start in college.
I think working at Disney, I have 3 or 4 other people there that I see constantly that I know from here.
So yeah, everybody, after the program ends, everybody sort of goes their own separate way and on their path. But I still talk with everybody. We talk about gear,
There are so many career options for students who graduate from our program. We have graduates working in live sound, theme parks, sound and video, technicians for conventions, post-production for film and television, recording studios, radio and TV broadcasts. We have graduates working as performing and recording artists with successful careers on stage, writing and producing their own music, as well as producing for other artists.
Yeah, so after I graduated, I moved to New York. I toured with bands like Coldplay, Radiohead, Motley Crue.
And right now, I'm producing for other artists and sort of doing more beat making and kind of track writing. And then I also make music for myself. But definitely I'm going more towards the production and producing route.
I'm currently employed at the Walt Disney World Company, and I'm an audio tech there. I'm also a firework technician.
I wish that I had chosen this program or looked into this program more heavily when I graduated high school, rather than choosing a larger university because of what comes with that.
My advice to any student would be and if you're interested, this will prepare you. You don't have to have prior knowledge. And if you do, that's great too.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this program to anyone that wants to get involved recording or doing audio production as a whole. It's extremely useful, and anything that you want to do with audio, you can learn at this program.
You just have to follow your dreams and have that passion and make sure that you create those opportunities out of your passion.
If you've always dreamed of a career in the music and entertainment industry, Daytona State College is the place for you.
The Daytona State College of Education is forever grateful to Volusia Flagler County Schools and our collaborative partnership that allows us to spend this exciting time out in the field working with these wonderful students, doing one-on-one reading instruction 4 days a week.
Daytona State has definitely prepared me for being a teacher with all the field work that we've been able to experience through the program, as well as the support and help from all of our wonderful professors. And being able to work one-on-one with the students has been a wonderful opportunity to experience that already before I get placed in my senior internship.
So today, we're going to learn about something that I think is really fascinating. We're going to be learning about weather balloons.
Club soccer, you win state cup, you're one of the guys that had an assist, the happiest moment of your life have been on the soccer field. So we kind of reflect.
In the IMES lab, we have state-of-the-art equipment that help us further our research.
It always comes back to either a goal of achieving that success, or once you've achieved that success, that great feeling that you want to do more, push for more.
We are going to be surveying these seagrass beds here at Oak Hills and looking at how they're changing over time.
I love doing this, coming out into the field and actually getting my hands dirty. And
you get to do everything you've ever wanted to do in a marine biology program. You get to go out into the field and actually do the work.
We are truly building a program here for students that are interested in conducting undergraduate research. It's a rather rigorous program for a two-year college.
I'm going out and studying horseshoe crab populations and seeing where their nesting sites are and how often they nest where they are.
The professors motivate us, they inspire us to continue our research and to better ourselves in the scientific community.
This is much better than sitting in a classroom just looking at pictures and listening to people talk. We get to actually feel and see the plants in their natural habitat.
I love this class. I love everything about it, the learning of the names of the flowers. Now it's like putting a name with a face.
Welcome back to the Lemarant Center, 50-39. The Falcons and the Blue Wave battling here on WDSC TV. Daytona State comes in the juggernaut here in 2023, a 25-3 mark on the year. And they have put on a show in front of the home fans. It is sophomore night here on campus, Ted, and they are not going to let fans go home disappointed.
No, they're not. What's interesting, though, even though we said it's sophomore night, so Daytona State has 10 players on its roster, and 9 players have rounded out to 50 points, with none of them actually being in double digits. So big contributors, all of them. And then you have, and hey, where we are, how we doing, everybody out there in TV land? Good to see you.
Yeah, Ted was just mentioning those point totals. The leading scorer, Josh Page of FSCJ, he's got 14 points. Nobody for Daytona State in double digits. They are led, though, by McLean. He's got 8 points. So very balanced on one side for Daytona State. On the other side, FSCJ getting their points from really a tight nucleus of guys. And how about that dunk right there you saw from Kai Statman?
Right. And also the percentage, right? If you look at the three-point field goals, Daytona State, 44.5%. And then just their total field goal percentage, almost 63%, which is, pretty hard to rival. Whereas you're looking at, and it's not bad, their stat, almost 52% for FSCJ, but, you're being outdueled, and also you're being out-rebounded.
See Coach Burnell there in the background. He is a legend, Daytona State, with the young upstart coach, Coach Cantens, and a lead, 50-39. Let's start half number 2. We're thrilled you're here. WDSC TV, Drew Felios, Ted Sofianos, and our phenomenal crew made up of staff here at Daytona State, students as well, bringing this broadcast to you. So many great athletic events year in and year out. Here we go. And the ball is tipped, and looks like Daytona State will keep it on their side. Notice also good crowd on hand there in the background. Fans have come here to really soak in Falcon basketball before that postseason starts.
Oh yeah, and they know what kind of team they're going to be looking at. And as Daytona State goes to the, oh my, there's a good look at the crowd after Kezagriffa just put in a little bit of a teardrop there. One wonderful job, and unfortunately, nope. Jacksonville will keep it.
Notice all the banners here at the Lemarant Center. Women's golf represented. Tremendous golf play over the years here at Daytona State. Also women's basketball in the rafters. You look up, you see men's hoops as well. So much great tradition here, Ted.
Yeah, and honestly, the last time I remember a team that was being revered nationally this much was somewhere around 2007, 2008. Doesn't mean they didn't have good teams. It's just this one has been talked about quite a bit based on the stats. Ooh, in and out.
Kezagriffa leading the way. Here come the Falcons once again. Little step through. Tried to squeeze in a pass. Ball's on the floor, and the Blue Wave control. Kylan Green. Oh, nicely done.
Nice.
The ability to just hang in the air, Ted. I know you certainly have that ability.
I don't think, nah.
Maybe a few years ago.
You know what? I was never much in the jumper.
This guy's a handful, Jacob Cruz.
Yeah, he's been on it all night. There's Ginyard again. Well, he's getting hot. Had to place a stopper on him. 54-43. It hasn't really been a tremendous lead, but it's always been about 10 points or so. Whoa.
And we're going to have a foul here away from the ball. Kai Statman gets called.
Yeah. The first time I've seen Daytona State in the last few times I watched him play with a three-point air ball.
Here comes the Blue Wave. Pull up from the elbow. Yes, that's Ginyard again.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's got 13 points now. Daytona State will call a timeout. They do not want him to catch fire.
Yeah. Ginyard real hot the last 3 times down the court. My goodness. you definitely want to try to put him on ice for a little bit. And here's the replay on him. Look at this stop and pop. Boom. Just a little bit of a backwards motion there. Beautiful height on the jump. Gorgeous follow through. Just well done. He's got the tools.
The resume reel for Frank Burnell, 4th season as head coach. Mentioned the Basketball Hall of Famer in the state of Florida. 2 stints as a head coach and assistant coach here, a Jacksonville native as well. He has been around the game his entire life. This guy is a basketball encyclopedia, and he's got incredible passion for the sport as well.
I see the way he gets in that scrum and talks to his young men, and boy, he's, like you said, he's got fervent passion for sure. Got a bit of a scowl right now as we look at him. There he is. Great shot, camera crew. There's a flush. Yeah. And it was kind of evident. We saw they were going around the perimeter line, right? The 3-pointers a little bit too often. And
Ginyard misfires. It'll belong to Daytona State.
Well contested right there.
So Daytona State, an 11-point lead. Here, 17 minutes left to play in the second half. Fire it up, and this ball nearly went down. Jacob Cruz, he's got that range as Ginyard now controls for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, they've got to get FSCJ to use somebody else but Ginyard. I like that look. I don't know if anybody caught that, but Statman just kept his hands really high and tall as if he did not do anything wrong. And now he's kind of talking to the ref, and the ref's not having it.
So here comes Braylon Garcia off the bench. The Dominican Republic, all of a sudden a hotbed of recruiting for Coach Cantens.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
and Daytona State.
His name is storied. I mean, they want to be around this coach. He's got chops, obviously. Great background. Coached and played in Germany.
Yeah, so good internationally as Coach Cantens. Recruiting outside the border. You just see the intensity sort of pick up here, Ted, as the Blue Wave able to come away with it, try to knock it off Cruz there. And it's going to belong to FSCJ.
Yeah, they really have been struggling in the second half here, Daytona State, with their 3-point shots. They've been really keeping that 9-10 point game. Oh, now we're getting a little closer here. Just a 6-point lead for Daytona State.
How about that break?
Wow.
Looked a little unorthodox, didn't it?
But it was. I was surprised that Garcia gave that up to Cruz, but it worked out anyway.
Falcons trying to keep their distance. Blue Wave trying to put together a run here. Ginyard takes a little bump, tried to power it up, and now Falcons.
Now it's just a.
This is going to be an easy runaway.
Okay.
I think Daytona State wanted a dunk out of that, Ted.
I think they wanted a little bit of showboating, and Rodriguez, I think, gave him the look. Wow, the referees are letting a lot play here. Seen a lot of bumping.
Should have a timeout at our next stoppage of action. You see teams a little bit tired right now on both sides. Josh Page to Caleb Page. It's Cruz. Cruz, step back.
Oh, great hands by Rodriguez. All right. Yeah, they're wanting the 3 ball just a little bit too much right now.
Underneath, it's Cruz.
Finally got a foul.
So timeout on the floor. Wild action on both sides.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, FSCJ, they're hanging in a 10-point game, 60-50.
No, I gotta hand it to him. And you know what? When you got a Hall of Fame coach, I mean, and you're looking at the stats that you're playing against, and on paper you really don't match up. I mean, he's doing a heck of a job. So is their team. They're right there. They're right there. They're within striking distance.
You want passionate coaching, Coach
There
Burnell.
he is. That's right. Great close-up of the coach. Okay, he's preaching to his choir.
I know one thing. I would not want to be that clipboard right now.
You got to be careful not to get too close. One of those fists might come right through. I love it, though. Love the passion. Great camera work, gang. Great job to that professional staff here at Daytona State College at the Gail Lemoran Center. Have a great game going on. Up and down we go. Courtside to courtside, I tell you, Drew. It's got some magic in the air here.
So Jacob Cruz goes to the line after he was hit on the arm. 6'7". This guy can do a lot of different things. Is a sophomore. He'll be honored after the game tonight.
Nice release. Like the spin. I like where he takes it back close to the headband, not over the head.
Out of bounds to Daytona State.
Just a bad read there by number 2, Caleb Page. Just a bad read. He juked one way and thought he was going the other. Cross
Here's
court.
a long shot on the way from the corner. It is good. And I'll tell you what, your guy Keza Gifa out of Paris, France, he is one to be reckoned with.
Comment ça va, Keza? Well done.
Over and back, going to be called.
Oh, come on now. Come on, guys, come on. You're both too good. You're both too good for that kind of stuff. Ginyard, excellent all night long, and so is Keza. Come on. Leave that stuff alone. It's just frustration. That's all it really is, especially now that they've grown a 15-point lead for Daytona State, because they were right in there. So they're going to get a free throw for the technical foul, and then it'll end up to be Daytona State's ball.
So our officials in this game, Matthew McGuire, John Washburn, and Whitfield Bino, they do not want anything to escalate here. Let's take one more look as Ginyard was kind of just pleading his case. I don't think we saw the exchange there.
Yeah, the exchange we just kind of missed right there. That's the referees seem to be right on it, so I kind of missed it. I was looking at it, but one of the young men's back was to me, so I couldn't see the whole thing, the exchange. So that takes care of the 15-point lead, now down to 13. And they took,
Here's one more look at it right here.
Yeah.
You should see right here.
All right. Almost.
Stolen away.
There's a
Falcons want to get one back. The lob. Oh,
Wow.
nice block.
That was an incredible block.
Ginyard kicks it out. Here's Page for three. It's good.
Wow. So, that was misfortunate or unfortunate to see what happened with Keza Gifford. It's kind of changed the, right now, the momentum.
Long rebound comes out. Inside. Stuff it in, and Cruz going to go to the line.
He's tough on the ball. I mean, he's wiry strong. Wiry strong.
Playing a little bit to our cameras right there. Jacob Cruz taking advantage of getting a little FaceTime here inside the Lemarant Center.
I mean, it was like no real effort for him to just jump from a flat-footed position and dunk that ball. Wow.
Just when it feels like the Blue Wave are going to close the gap, Ted, Daytona State has a run in them. There's Ginyard. Oh, he's crafty, isn't he?
Ginyard, clever, crafty.
Cruz, pump fake.
Wow. Wow.
Threw it away.
Yeah, that was Kylan Green just doing too much. Trying to do too much. Had a good outlet there, just missed both of them right in between them. Here's been the constant. There's Ginyard. He's been the constant all night long.
Blue Wave trying to cut this to a single-digit lead. Ginyard can't do it. Gruyan the outlet. Here come the Falcons. Oh, that nearly went down. Angel Smith drew contact.
Wow. I keep saying wow, but I'm going to have to come up with a new... I think it looked worse than what it truly was. So he'll get his two right here.
So Angel Smith, a sophomore out of Fort Lauderdale. 6'6", again, really good size. A lot of solid small forwards on this roster here for Coach Cantens. 12-point game.
Just wondering if what that spark might be for the Blue Wave to start coming back and chipping down on that lead. A little bit out of control there. Totally
Here's
wide
a three.
open. Three ball has not been kind to Daytona State this half at all.
Oh, how about that reverse layup?
Oh, the body control along the baseline. Beautiful to watch.
Caleb Page able to score there. 11 and a half minutes. Good defense by Florida State College of Jacksonville. And now Josh Page brings it up. Keza Gifford gets off the bench for Daytona State. Gardner. Right back up and in for Reed.
Let him go. You didn't box out your guy.
And finally the lead to single digits. It's 8. Cruz, he has been a menace. Contact again.
He is one tough kid. I mean, he's getting into positions and areas that I just don't know where he's coming from at times. And he's making it look easy. So strong and deceivingly strong, really.
So the leading score for Daytona State up to the line. Averages 19 a game. And you see Green back to the bench for Daytona State. Also, Braylon Garcia. And there's Giffa. Remember, he went out, had that little exchange at half court. Coach Cantens got him to the bench, calmed him down, and see what he can do here.
Nice Cruz again. Whew.
This is Gruyan. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he made that look so easy. What a gentle kiss off the glass.
I really like his game in transition.
Play is slowed down just a little bit.
Launch by Page. Not there.
Okay.
That lead has been 10, 11, 12 forever. They have not really been able to extend it until now, perhaps.
Right. And there it comes. There comes Cruz again. Wow.
What incredible range for Jacob Cruz. Does everything on the court. Good move inside.
Great defense, though, by Cruz. Great defense.
Gardner is a load inside, 240 pounds out of Jacksonville. Another three.
Oh.
What a shot falling to the deck. Kai Sedman has another.
I thought that was a pretty bad foul that nobody called. I don't know where the refs were on that one.
Statman all the way here from Australia.
Well, that shot came all the way from Australia. I mean, it was way downtown.
The man from down under scores three more as Coach Cantens congratulates his guys, and just like that, the lead balloons
that
to
was
15.
Quick. You know.
Well, we all are very active on social media here at Daytona State, and we invite you to get involved, especially if you're coming to a game and you want to get involved for this Falcon program. Post an Instagram photo showing your Falcon pride with the hashtag DSC fan. For each episode of the Fan Show, we select photos to feature in our Fan Connect segment. So watch for your photo this next episode of the Fan Show, Tuesday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m.
The DSC fan on Instagram. Look at that.
WDSC TV, that Fan Show. Tom James, I believe, is the host of that.
Yes.
And does a fabulous job alongside all of these students involved in the production who put that together, and the great communications department here at Daytona State.
All right. Tom James, the pride of Ocala. Yes,
Ocala
indeed.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir.
Kai Statman defending Terrence Ginyard.
Oh.
Stolen. Look out. Here comes Statman.
Made that look easy. Made that look really easy for the steal. And then the lay-in. What a great, leading pass that was.
How about that fadeaway? That's Leandre Johnson. Tipped away. Oh, what hands. Here comes Garcia on the other end.
Wow, unselfish play right there. Turn around is what Coach Cantens is telling him.
Saw that 4-point swing right
there. And whoa.
So Daytona State opening it up here over the last few minutes. Well, now it's 84-65. Ted, you can just see that Florida State College of Jacksonville, they've got some really good pieces, but they simply cannot try and outscore Daytona State on their home floor.
The thing is, you can't always put it on Ginyard, right, number 0. Meanwhile, this young man that's in front of our bench right now, number 20, right, Leandre Johnson, I thought they would get him involved more. Oh!
Oh!
Woo.
Foul finally called.
Somehow, Ginyard still got that shot off. I mean, he got hacked a little bit, but man, just incredible athlete and athletic ability.
Terrence Ginyard, leading scorer tonight for FSCJ. Comes in averaging 20.
All right, converted both. Well done, 86-67, 19-point lead, 7:20 now left in the game. Daytona State showing no signs of letting off the accelerator.
Yeah, right now Ginyard's got 20 points for FSCJ. Josh Page has 20 as well. And they're getting 13 from Roderick Gardner.
Going to be Daytona State ball there. Yeah, they've gone from their 3-point field goal percentage, and I'm talking about Daytona State, from 44.4% down to 25% for this half. So tale of two halves there with the 3-pointers. Wow, it is Plinko right now. Oh!
Who's going to control the basketball? Here we go!
Oh! Ow! Oh, that was a crowd pleaser, as you just heard. Folks, it's going down both ends, end to end right now. I mean, it's nonstop. These young men have to be tired.
You know, we wondered when this capacity crowd would explode.
Yeah.
They just did. Gruyan inside. Garcia. Another chance for McLean.
Oh.
Tried to make it a no-look 3.
And there is another offensive rebound. And
they're
now
gonna
a
let
foul.
him have it as he goes up
Yeah.
this time.
FSCJ said, listen, we got to do the hack shack.
There's President Tom Labasso here in attendance tonight with a proud veteran.
Right, that's one of our board members, Colonel Lloyd Freckleton. Good to see them both sitting together. Dr. Labasso has been just a great, president for the college now for, I think it's almost 10 years, if I remember correctly, or thereabouts. I'll have to do my math. But certainly to see everybody excited, including those who are staff here of Daytona State. And we're getting a little bit more of the whistles being called by the Zebras.
And in our estimation, the best school president in the country, Tom Labasso.
Oh, Drew, you go ahead. You dish that one out. He'll be happy to hear that.
I think he heard us.
There he is.
No, always present at sporting events, so involved. And that with any institution, to be good athletically with coaches and athletic directors and administration and staff, Ted, it starts at the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, basically you're modeling behavior. You're telling the rest of the staff and faculty, come on out, catch a game. Oh, that was a fortuitous bounce there for FSCJ.
So for Daytona State, Jacob Cruz with 21 points leading the way. He's not on the floor right now. He'll take a quick break. Meanwhile, Gruyan trying to add to his total. Javi Rodriguez now checks in.
just commented, about, Dr. Labasso. We were just talking about some of the board members coming, of course, to the game. But look at what you just mentioned about Joey Cantens, right? Comes in here just a year ago, right? I mean, certainly with lots of background, lots of acumen in coaching and playing and knowing basketball. But again, to have that leadership and then to know that it's going to continue, already the recruitment has followed him, right? So I wish, Joey Cantens, Coach Cantens, longevity here at Daytona State, because, with 2-year programs, you don't always get that. Because if you think about your students, most of them are here 2 or 3 years. That was cool to see the piece on him during halftime and all the wonderful things that he was saying about family, the Daytona State Falcon family. There's been a lot of 3 balls going at it right now.
Garcia inside. He's been impressive.
Yeah.
He just plays so much bigger than what he is. He's 6'6".
Yeah.
It looks like 6'9" out there.
Right.
Now Jacob Cruz set to check in once more, and that takes us to another timeout on the floor here at Daytona. 90-73, another game that looks like it's destined to go over 100 if you are the Falcons.
Right.
And to do that here in collegiate basketball is pretty special. Daytona State, they have had high-scoring affairs all night and all season long. So, accelerate your education by taking advantage of the incredible opportunities offered throughout Halifax Health Partnership with Daytona State College. If you want a rewarding career in healthcare, find out how we can help at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment.
All right. Man, we're bringing back the 70s right now. We had Queen with the 80s. Now we're going down to the 70s. A little KC and the Sunshine Band. I got to see them in concert, 1981.
Okay, you ready? Best concert you've ever been to, go.
That would be it, sorry.
Okay. I went and saw Styx in 1989 at the old Tampa Stadium. Pretty special.
But guess who was with KC and the Sunshine Band? Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay.
And there was one other, it's going to have to hit me. All right, let me go back to some stats. For those of you at home that might have missed this, let me just say this again. Daytona State is 6th in the country out of 450 NJCAA participants for basketball out of 1,100 two-year colleges, right? They are 8th points per game. They're going to break their 94-point average certainly tonight because it's 4 minutes left and they got 90 points. They're 3rd in the country in three-pointers made per game. And then their free throw percentage is at 74%, and that is 12th in the country. So it's no wonder they're going to the NJCAA tourney. And, of course, all the Daytona State fans that are here tonight and abroad in probably the Bi-County area and all alumni throughout will hopefully be following them, giving them their support. Wow. The lid has, you said it before, the lid has been on the rim for the three-pointers for Daytona State, but no matter, they're up by 17 points because they've done it so many different ways. They've done it with an inside game. They've done it with great defense. They've done it with offensive rebounds. I mean, it's been nonstop as far as how they're gonna hurt you.
And in case you're wondering, the season high for Daytona State for points, 116, scored back on November 11th against Palm Beach State College. So you gotta wonder, is that 116 maybe in jeopardy? Going to be tough to get there on 93, but still a high-scoring night.
And as I was saying, that three-pointers were no longer being made. Keza Griffa just did a step-back three from the corner and made that look easy.
20-point lead for Daytona State. Under 3 minutes now left to play.
Oh, great pass.
Angel Smith maybe forced it that time.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted to go off the backboard or hit it clean. Seemed to kind of double him up.
Try and get it inside. Roderick Gardner lost it out of bounds. Yeah, it's an emotional night on sophomore night. A lot of players in their final regular season home contest here inside the Lemarant Center. So the crowd certainly going to give them a great send-off. And, you know, the career goes by so quickly, especially when you're at a 2-year institution like this.
Oh, definitely. And that's why to have kind of like that leadership that is, you know, going to be around for a while. You mentioned the president, but also, I mean, for any type of coach, it's just so important. Laura Brown, the women's golf coach, has been here for, I know, at least 15 years, if not more. And you could see how many women's golf championships under her leadership and her tutelage. And that's what's going to bring you championships, that type of stalwart, steady leadership. Gonna swing it around. Minute 48, 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Angel Smith, acrobatic, going to the rim. And you see in the game, Judd Cohn, the freshman forward, mixing things up.
Wow. I mean, look at how many offensive rebounds for Daytona State.
Jalen Willis will score.
Did you see the razzle-dazzle there and the Euro step, folks? Wow.
That's so great to see young man come into the game. Jalen Willis doesn't get a lot of playing time, and crowd loving his effort here late.
What a move. What a sidestep, Euro step move. Gorgeous. Oh, that was beautiful to watch. So I don't know, Drew, if Daytona State will get to 100, but they already beat their average by about 1 point. So this is the back end of a 1-1 by 21. Jason Reed, and makes both.
From the corner, it goes down.
Whoa.
Jalen Willis.
Come in to make a difference. Oh, crowd pleaser. Thank you. May I have another? Well, so much for me saying it wasn't going to be 100 points. Drew, you definitely Nostradamus me.
Josh Page puts it in. Daytona State. How impressive is this body of work here tonight? Take another one on the road. Oh, nearly went down. That time for Cone.
Ginyard's been just, whoa. All right. Wow, did you see Ginyard get up?
He about jumped through the ceiling, didn't he?
I mean, what kind of springs are in those shoes? Man, I'm going to have to check the soles for flubber. Drew, you might not remember that. What flubber was back in the day, the movie? No? It's okay, Drew. I'm showing my age by knowing that one.
Zion Reed now to the line for FSCJ.
Jerry Lewis was a mad scientist that created this type of rubber that could elevate you like 10, 20 feet. It was a movie back from, I think, the 60s or early 70s.
Ted, you're certainly in your own world right now.
I don't think anybody out in TV land even is going to remember that. You said it right. I'm by myself.
Hey.
Me solo.
I'm a few decades removed, but I'm there. I'm there. Tell you what, this fan right here, you saw right there for the Blue Wave, she has been cheering the entire time.
Yeah.
Got great support here in Daytona, but just not enough firepower. Daytona State in the final 20 seconds. Going to put the finishing touches on this one.
Will they hold at 100 points rather than shoot?
So first foul called on Ginyard here with just 10 seconds remaining.
And they're going to break the century mark most likely.
Jalen Willis from right here in Daytona Beach. Mainland High School represented. So hometown product.
And made an immediate impact as he entered the game the last few minutes here of the second half.
Making his case for some more playing time.
Yeah.
Final 5 seconds. It's going to be Page firing the three, and that's going to do it from Daytona Beach. The Falcons cruise 102-79. They were threatened just a little bit in that third quarter, but did not leave any doubt. Continued to just run at will, knock down threes, and the fast break working to perfection. That guy right there, Jacob Cruz, just unstoppable for Daytona State. And you gotta wonder, Coach Cantens, he's got this program rolling. How good can Daytona State be in the future? This was a special night.
It's going to be really something to hear and hopefully see, how they do in the tourney that's coming up. Just oodles of talent. It's going to be very. I think they're going to be big-time challengers for the Final Four, to be quite honest.
So Jacob Cruz, the leading scorer for Daytona State, he goes for 21. Keza Giffa goes for 15, and Braylon Garcia, 15 as well. So Halifax Health is partnering with Daytona State College to provide assistance for the education you need to start your healthcare career. Find out more at halifaxhealth.org. Education to employment. Halifax Health is a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics and the official healthcare provider for the Falcons athletic program. We invite you to hit us up on social media, Twitter at DSC Falcon Sports, Facebook, Daytona State College Athletics, and on Instagram at DSC Falcon Sports. Social media continues to grow here on campus at Daytona State. Our next broadcast is baseball. April 5th, 3 p.m. It's a matinee. Santa Fe College heads to Falcon Country. We will bring you that on WDSC TV. Cannot wait for that. So the players getting ready to have their jerseys acknowledged for the very final time here at home at the Lemoran Center. Quite a moment. And as they do that, Ted, final thoughts from you on a memorable night.
First of all, I couldn't have enjoyed being around you again, and being in a place and time that kind of was a distraction from that announcement that you made for me, and I'm blessed for you to have done that. But I gotta say, as far as let's call what we're supposed to be doing, which are our announcers, it was a high energy, exciting end-to-end game, and unfortunately for the Blue Wave, they just could not keep up. Their Blue Wave just it kind of rode along, and at the end of the day, there was just too much Falcon for the Blue Wave, and it was a very enjoyable match, of course. to watch this type of athleticism. Really a real tribute to both coaches, though.
Ted, thank you so much. Pleasure to work with you. Great job by our crew as well, bringing you the sights and sounds of Daytona State basketball. Hope you enjoyed it. For our phenomenal crew at WDSC TV, all the students, all the names you're seeing on your screen right there. I'm Drew Felios. So long from Daytona State College. Fly, Falcons, fly. We'll see you. More baseball coming up in the month of April. Take care, everybody.